Coach Dina McD with some buddies today. This is Claire, and that's Daisy. You've met Daisy before, but Claire wanted to join us today. I don't know how well she's going to do in class, but we'll give it a shot. So welcome, Coach Dina McD, Chair Tai Chi with my two buddies. We'll see how it works. Sit tall with your feet shoulder width apart. Relax your hands on your thighs. Start with a small core circle. Inhale, exhale. Just let that tension go and kind of think happy thoughts. Yeah, just beautiful happiness. Reverse that circle. Big breath, exhale. Open that mouth as you exhale that breath. And release. Drop both arms down, bring them up into a circle. Tap and come open again. So as long as I don't say the two furry friends' names, I can't even say the animal name that they are because they know that name. So speaking in code, all is well with those furry buddies. Together. And open. And close. Big breaths, exhale. And back to center, let one arm rise. Just where your eyebrows are, and back to center, changing sides. So the little brown one over there has decided to sit off camera. I have a cute little rug that she's sitting on. She's nice and snuggly. Little doggy bed off camera. But this little white one, she is very protective, wants to hang with me most of the time. Last one. And release. Let your palms come down. Now alternating up, one hand, and as soon as that one gets there to the thigh, the other one comes up. So it's a fluid movement. You're not stopping through that up and down motion. Try to keep your elbows high, sit tall, engage your core. So other than these two little pups, we have two iguanas, as crazy as that sounds. We do. I won't bring them to class if you don't mind. Big breath. And my daughter has a cockatiel. I would never bring old Vincent to class. He is quite the chirpy one. He is loud, loud, loud. Last one. Bring it into prayer. Elbows drop down, hands are together. Gently rotate to the side and back to center. So you're turning your shoulders and looking out. It's a small rotation. We're still in the warm-up phase. You don't want to stretch really intently without having your muscles ready to attack that. And release. Hands come forward. Open your hands. Your fingertips are together. Your palms open. Bringing it in, and your palms go away from each other. Fingers come in and circle through. And back to prayer. Let's try that again. Open, your fingers are together. As you come in, your palms separate. Fingers come to your chest, open, and back to prayer. Let's continue. Breathe. Last one. Bring it back to center. Holding here in prayer position, extend that leg and retract it back. Changing sides. Whoops. Getting the dog. And together. She'll move. Extend and release. Extend and release. Big breaths. Using those hands, you're going to reach to that knee. Tap, so your fingers on the outside of your knee. Bring it back to center. See how I'm reaching to the outside of that knee and coming back. A small twist. Reach and back to center. Now one more element to this move. Look over that shoulder and back to center. Notice how I held it just a hair longer. Rotate and hold. Let's continue with that a few more times. Keep that breath going. And release. Relax those arms down. Scoop it up and lift up. Draw it back. So lean a little bit back into your chair and lean forward, lifting that tailbone almost like you're about to stand up. And last one. Release, stepping to the side, reach out, point that toe, reach through those fingers. You should be warm by now. And draw it in. Step and reach, hold it there. Nicely done. Step and reach. One more each side. And back to center. One hand on top, one underneath. Rotate to the side. When you get to the side, change whatever hand is on top. off camera, these little puppies are exploring the studio so much. Can you imagine being able to smell so many different smells? That would be crazy. They are sniffing around. And release back to center. Drop those hands down. Allow that foot to come up and just circle that ankle. Place it back down. Change sides. Circle that ankle. Again, continue with that movement. It's a little fast circle, but you're just lifting that knee, getting stronger. One more each side. Lift up. And release. Reaching up as high as you can. Grab the sky. Draw it back in. Continue on that same side. So you're slowly going through that angle. Reaching through that half circle spectrum. Slowly getting lower through that reach. So we started up high, and now we're going to continue till we go low. And down as low as you can. Let's go back the same way we started. So ever so slightly, grabbing through an imaginary half circle. Now this time as high as you can, right next to your ear, and draw it down. Changing sides. Straight up and pull it down. And you're doing the same concept with grabbing and pulling in, but slowly making it into a downward motion. Go all the way down. Let's continue going up. Big breath, exhale. Opening that range of motion and obviously working our hands. Straight up as high as you can go and release it down. Place your hands in front of your knees, and with that tethered to your knees, round your back, let your spine open, draw it up, sit tall, pull that tummy in, shoulders down and back, lean forward, lift that tailbone. A round motion here again. Breath is important. and release. Let's have a quick water break. Hope you brought your water. Move to the side, never lean over, just turn your body that direction. Hydrating is perfectly wonderful thing, but sometimes we have to on purpose think about drinking water. Back to stretching. Hands just rest on the top of your thighs, using that core one more time. We'll go through a balance through our chair. Now, sitting on the edge of your chair might be helpful so you have a bigger range of motion. So you can go back farther and forward easier. So I am doing a biggest circle as my body will allow. Your circle might look a little different, bigger or smaller, I don't know, but continue with that circle. Let's add that balance element. So you're going to lift a leg, lift and balance, bring it back. It looks so easy, doesn't it? But you have to work with that core strength to lift that leg as you're leaning. Now, if you don't want to do the lean with the leg circle, just continue with the circle. Let's do one more. And release. Well, that means we have to do the other direction. So start with the opposite circle, going around. Big breath. Holding in that core, slowly make that circle bigger and bigger. As you can see, it's a slow, on-purpose movement. Nothing fast. Absolutely not. Let's add that opposite leg lift. Here we go, lift. So to make it a little bit more difficult, you can pause just a half second right there. That's hard work. I'm so proud of you. Yay, us. One more. And release. Drawing that toe in. You're on the tip of your toe, extend it forward, point your toe. When you get to the top, flex and draw it back in. So on your toe, point, flex. Now, if your range of motion needs to be here, low, that's okay. You just want to have that opening motion through your ankle. The extension doesn't have to be super high, though. Your flexibility, maybe you're up super high. Okay, yay, let's do it. Let's do 3 more. Big breath, exhale. And release, changing sides. Draw up on that toe, sit tall. Kind of prepare your body, extend, flex, and in. You've worked really hard today. Thank you for your efforts. It's so easy to choose something else, but you've chosen to work out with us today. Thank you. I say us because I have some furry buddies here. One more. And extend together. One hand on top, one hand underneath. You're going to open. And look to the one hand that palm is down. Come forward and then draw it in again. Open, look to one side. Come forward with your arms. and draw it in. Let's continue. Release that down. Other arm on top, the other hand underneath. Same movement, but this time look to that side. Draw it in. See how one hand is on top? And I'm just twisting and opening. One side may be more flexible than the other. That's just how our bodies are made. Or maybe you slept a little weird last night and your neck's not as flexible this direction. Things happen. Just continue with that opening of that neck and shoulder area. Reach, reach, reach. Last one. And together, let your hands rest on your thighs. Inhale up, lift one knee at the same time, and push it back down, alternating. Lift. This music reminds me of when my girls were little. We went to the local Japanese garden. I think it's probably 30 acres, and you just walk through pristine, perfect, literally perfect gardens. And you wonder, oh, I could do that. I don't think so. But it is imperative to recognize the beauty around you. I may not have a Japanese garden outside my window, but there is definitely a lot of beauty. And release down. Lift one hand up and rotate. Oh, that's enough. Stop. And together. Sorry, mood breaker. They saw a squirrel. I can't say that loudly because, yeah, that's one of their favorite things. Lift up and rotate. Bring it back down. Lift up and rotate. You never know what's going to be outside the window here. One time it was an iguana about the size of half of my leg. It was an enormous iguana. And when they get older, the iguanas turn kind of an orange color. It was so spectacular, but kind of looked like a dinosaur. Last one. And release. Dropping one arm down, lean over as far as you can without falling over. But use that side core area right here to engage through this arm circle. It's a small circle. And kind of little rapid movement. Reverse that circle. And release, bring that back up, changing sides, reach down, lean, 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 and a little circle. Thanks for putting up with my furry friends. Reverse that circle. Look down. And release. Dropping to the other side again. Leaning and scooping. Bring it back down. Sit tall. Then lean and scoop. Try to do a full range of motion. Sit tall, draw that down. Let's do one more this side. And release, changing sides. Your palm is up, lean and scoop. Let's do two more. Last one. And back to center. Drop one arm down and let your ear drop to the side. Just wiggle those fingers. And release, changing sides. One arm drops down, ear to the side. Wiggle those fingers. And release back to center. Big breath up. And exhale into prayer. Inhale up. And exhale down. We have completed our Chair Tai Chi program. With my buddies, I can call them up now. Come here, come on. Claire and Daisy, my two furry friends. Yep, I hope you're enjoying class, and thanks for indulging me with bringing my little buddies into class. They just make me happy. And remind yourself to share your smile and make somebody happy as well today. Thanks for joining me, Coach Dina McD with Daisy and Claire. Bye.